Welcome back to Oxford High School. Larry Davis, Connie Davis, kickoff classic here. We got Jacksonville playing B.B. Colton.
Yeah.
I think this one right here should be pretty good. Wendell, what you think about Jacksonville?
I've been excited to watch, get a chance to watch Jacksonville all season. Here we are today, getting this opportunity. You know they're defending state champions, so the bullseyes already on their backs coming into the season.
I wanted to see how they bounce back. Their big man left to go to school somewhere else other than Jacksonville. I think he had some things. I actually got him. He come to the TV station to talk with us.
Oh, did he?
Right when they had won the state championship. And I was picking with him about his dad. You know, dad, big time football man. And so, pretty good kid though.
Oh, great kid. But make no mistake about it. Even though that was a big loss to Jacksonville, the key man on this team is John Broome.
Oh man, you can't speak on Broome without going all the way off in it. You have somebody like John Broome on your team. And I was watching his. I went to his signing, and his coach spoke highly of him. About all his coaches spoke highly of him. They were all talking about, this kind of kid that you want on your program, on your team, that he light up the room when he come in, and very mountable. He's not selfish. You see that pass he just did there? Gave him
right on cue.
Right on cue. Quick timeout call.
Quick, very quick.
And B.B. Colton didn't like something there. That was a timeout. I thought you blew the whistle then, wasn't it?
I needed that timeout.
First thing first, let's take care of some of that business that we just got input on here about some of the times that's been changed on the games. And last night we was talking about Phoenix City.
Being late.
Well, coming up late. It was late because
come to find out it was
schedule change. Somebody didn't tell us.
They didn't make us aware of it. But we apologize to Phoenix City for accusing them of being late when they actually had a schedule.
They showed up. They showed up and started shooting once they hit the court, didn't they?
Oh, they ain't even got off the bus yet. They fired them up.
Good hustle right there in Jacksonville. You know what?
It's a very, very athletic team across the board. So anytime you get a chance to play a team like this, you've got to bring your A game.
You've been seeing a lot of press. And, I think that tournament, just like you said, in a tournament like this here, you learn what you got. This can't hurt you on the record. You come in here and put the game plan together.
Right. This
see what you
is an
got.
opportunity to learn about your team and the do's and don'ts about your team, what they're capable of doing and the things that they do well, so that you can apply them later on down in the season.
Nice move. I want to say he went down the road, but looked like he traveled to me, but ref didn't call it.
All I saw was the finish.
You saw the finish.
I saw the
finish. Okay. Good block, y'all.
As a former scorer, that's all I think about. How did they finish?
Look like B.B. Colton better call another timeout.
Lead for Jacksonville, and
that pressure.
Another steal, another score. No.
Tipped back in by Broome.
11-0 and another quick timeout. This is about to get away early.
Even though the times are not right, but I'm kind of. I thought I was gonna be able to see Jacksonville play another game, but really we're not seeing no one playing twice on here but Oxford and Cincinnati City. They playing again?
Yeah, they play again.
So they made it. They stayed the night up here.
The second game today. So and matter of fact, we'll get a chance to talk to Coach Burkett later on today.
You guys, are y'all out there listening to me and Wendy? Come on up here to the high school, Oxford High School, and see some good basketball, man. They got some teams from all over the state and some from out of state. Jacksonville. Broom pulls up. Off the mark now. Defense, they recover that. Oh, man.
It's one of the twins.
You know they kind of shy, too.
Get a lineup sheet.
Camera guy down there had, I suppose, when he got my lineup sheet.
Another turnover. Might be showtime.
He went up there. He almost went in there with it. That's one of those twins we were talking about some minutes ago, and I guarantee you, if you were a Jacksonville basketball fan, you know
these twins.
He tried to take it home then.
This Jacksonville team is a high-flying team that plays above the rim. So if you want to see some excitement, definitely get a chance to watch the Jacksonville team. It's 15-0.
5 minutes left in the first. Yeah. I want to see you. Big boy and BB Coleman. That's how you do that. That's in the park right there. You saw how he whipped that ball down low to him.
He threw it inside, and the big ball went.
Put that body on it, yeah. Jacksonville making some subs.
Another three, that's the other twin.
All I know is that shot he just made then looked like he'd been doing it a long time. I don't know if Big Ben Robinson got that hairstyle started out with it, but Big Ben did an afro though. It was
He came out with the afro.
But this what I'm looking at right here is not an afro.
I really don't even know what to call it.
I mean, these kids today, man, it's not the hair, it's the athlete, and it's the person. I understand that, but I'm just saying to myself, my granddad had been talking about me bad. You don't go get that haircut, boy. It don't, and it's he's clean around the edges though. He got it faded out. He got a nice line. But once you get up on the top, it's got a whole parking lot and it's going sideways. I'm just saying. That's the style. That's the style, I guess.
That's today's generation.
Okay. BB Coleman is trying to.
I guess our parents and grandparents were saying the same thing about us when we was wearing those lopsided haircuts and all the designs in our heads. So I guess that's the same thing.
I can remember certain haircuts that, you know.
One that comes to mind right off the bat would be Glenn Ball in the Playboy Bunny.
Come on, man. Can you just imagine what Coach Davis was thinking when he first saw it?
That was definitely a situation after he came to school.
I know he had to shake his head. And what's going on with Glenn Ball? I know that's what Coach said. He had to say it. But again, I haven't seen nobody slap the backboard like Glenn Ball since. They just don't do that no more. I ain't have the height to do it.
I guess they don't slap the glass no more, because now they dunk.
Yeah, they are. You're right. I ain't seen Glenn dunk that much.
He didn't dunk many.
He was more.
He definitely had the ability to do it.
He was more one of those Magic Johnson type.
Right. With great footwork.
Yeah. He want to spin. Now I just seen that's Broom's second jump shot, and I'm telling you right now,
that's a pure shot.
It is
great form. Maybe B.B. Coleman is finally finding that groove.
Too far right there. Good hustle by Jacksonville.
Great job of getting back on defense by Jacksonville. My question to you is, did the food truck make it in today?
Let me explain something to you. That food truck was up here before the birds were trucked this morning. I mean, it's out there, there's smoke in the air.
My wife and I already asked about the food truck.
Did she?
Already.
You sent a message.
I mean, it wasn't have a good game or anything like that. It was is the food truck gonna be there?
Oh, that means something right there, Linnell. I'm just letting you know. You might want to try to go ahead on and get her order situated before. I believe it's gonna get kind of ugly out there. Got catfish. Got barbecue, pulled pork plates, barbecue nachos, barbecue French fries. You got a hot mess pot.
You got one.
It's one out there.
One out there for me.
And I told him that's Wendell's, so you just might want to try to get there and get your stuff before.
When she get here, I'm gonna tell her to go out there and go ahead and get mine. While she getting hers.
Did he call a block? I thought people had put his shoulder down then, but that was.
It looked like I'm with you. It looked like he kind of hooked him. Nice inside move.
Well, kid right there for BB Cup number 3. I don't know if you paid that in attention. He went in that rim. He missed it, but he tried to go in that rim.
Jacksonville is not letting up. I can tell you that now.
Well, I was always taught, you got to drop a house on the ant. You let them hang around, they can come back and beat you.
You let the team hang around, they can get excited and the adrenaline starts to flow and they start feeling good about themselves. And the game can change in a heartbeat. But the kind of pressure that Jacksonville is applying right now and the continuous pressure that they're applying, it's hard for B.B. Coleman to get their footing.
They get some good looks, man. Good shot. They got rebound.
They got some big guys on the inside that'll work. That's gonna eat. Maybe all the points are coming from inside the paint.
Right now, the Jacksonville is leading 30-11. 32 seconds left in the first.
30 points in the first quarter.
32. I thought that one was in. It's just off the front of the rim. it don't look like BB Coleman.
They're not gonna lay down.
They're not laying down. That's what I'm getting ready to say.
They got the axe out. They're chopping wood. They're going to continue to chop wood and try to get back in this game. Got to knock down free throws.
You can't.
To try to get to.
You can't miss
to get
that.
back in the game, you got to knock down free throws. Those empty possession that takes a toll on the team that's trying to get themselves back in the game. Jacksonville has already got 30 points in the first quarter, and they're trying to add to it in the last seconds of the first quarter, and they did. With a nice pull-up jump.
I said 32.
You said 32. And
I said 32.
High score in the first quarter by Jacksonville. Well, any team that's going to face Jacksonville, you better come out ready to put some points up.
I'm looking at, I know they had a dominant big guy last year when they won the state championship. But I think they done picked up the pieces and moved on how they had to. And they look good.
I agree with you. And they played fast last year, and from the looks of things, they're playing even faster this year.
Broome actually signed with South Alabama. And I think they got a steal.
Oh, without a doubt. That's for South Alabama. That's like getting Tom Brady with the last pick of the NFL draft.
He didn't go high.
He didn't go high at all. But you see where he is now.
Yeah. He that tight. I'm telling you, to put him on your team, he's that tight. I take him.
Get Coach Bennett. So we need to get Coach Bennett on. Girls coach. Awesome girls coach. What's that?
They played. I ain't gonna tell them what time they knew they changed these times around. We'll have to get them to get us a new time for what time the girls gonna play today.
Yeah, they play all of them. Next to last game. But yeah.
Well, we just seen one go down in the rim. I thought Broome was gonna take it home then.
Second quarter with the same fire and energy that came out in the first quarter.
There you go. Trouble. John Broome just got an alley-oop and slammed it. That's a quick timeout.
The same way they saw in the first quarter.
That's one of those, I'm going to run the clock timeout.
Right. Well, if they don't pick things up, the clock is going to start in the beginning and continue throughout the rest of the game.
Right. To see how they was moving that ball around there, you would say, what they playing the state championship? What they playing at? They played at Birmingham last time. I don't know if they're gonna have that this time or not, but it's gonna be some good ball playing around Jacksonville this whole season. I can't wait for the county tournament. Is that a tech call?
Got two of my girls right here, man. We'll put them on the table.
Hey, we'll sign them. Come on. Y'all come on in. And one, John Broome comes in with a Good slide there, Malcolm. Where you gonna put it?
We going by ourselves.
Get the other chair over there. What's your name?
She been on TV all night. Go get that other chair. I'm gonna put you back on TV. You got up here yesterday on TV. You got one? Yeah, that's who we follow now. We got some of the lady jackets that don't join us here, and guys, we were watching you play here last night. It's been a long weekend for us, man. Thursday night, and you guys put on a real good show. Who that y'all jumped on? Spencer Bat. I'm gonna let you know, Whitfield. I talk a lot about you up here. You know, I always talk about you when I see you because I know the family. But I need people out here in TV world to know that the talent level that we always say about you is, I don't think we scratched the surface yet. We try to get you to come to the top. I mean, I think I'm gonna buy one of those little push button things that you start to get you to get in beast mode. That's what I want to see. You are pure talent, and you haven't hit beast mode yet. So what you waiting on?
I think she hit beast mode. It's just to the point where she's got to, once she gets up there, she's got to break that knob where it stays there.
You think she already hit beast mode?
She's in and out.
Okay.
In and out with it. It's got to stay on that knob. It's got to stay on high the whole time.
Tell me something. I don't want to hear it from Coach Wendell. I want to hear it from you. Tell me how you get ready and get your mindset on the game and stuff. Because I know you stay focused.
I mean, I don't do nothing special. I just hype myself up in the locker room. And then when it's time to play, I just put my mind back where it needs to be.
Well, listen, that's good. I wanted you to know. I didn't know last year when you were playing in the state championship in basketball that you had a hurt ankle. You were just going through with that hurt ankle, you still putting it out. That's what I call hard.
How was you able to keep your focus knowing that you were going into the game with an injury?
Well, I wasn't even really worried about my ankle. I iced it a lot before the game, so I was just thinking about winning, trying to win, help my team out the best way I could. That's all.
And we also got a chance to see you play a little football, and Wendell was talking last night, and we was talking about how you would go up and get that ball. If it's out there, you're going to get it. And if they throw a ball out there when you're playing defense, you're going to go intercept that too. And which one you like the best, football or basketball?
Basketball. Flag, it's more fun for the most part. Basketball where is it for me.
So listen, I know you came up here with one of your teammates. We gave her a new name. I don't know, you might not recognize this name we're gonna call your teammate over here, but last night, she come up here and Thursday night she came up here, and me and Wendell was doing our job, and she just come right up here and jumped on TV. I mean, it's like so what we call it? Hollywood Showtime. How you doing, Miss Showtime?
I'm good.
Good. I saw you jump in the game the other night here and start popping them too. I said you got a good form. I like that shit. What was it? What she got? She did. No, you didn't shoot a three, but you did a couple layups. Where you get that form from? Oh. Okay.
Every time I miss a shot, he tell me it's because I picked up my foot.
Okay. You paying attention then? You been paying attention. Did a good job. Y'all all did a good job the other night. I'm just hoping that you guys keep doing what you're doing and keep fighting. And I am proud of you. I know Coach Wendell proud of you. And I'll most definitely keep up the good work. And when you get a chance to, tell your grandmama Duffy I said hello. That's one of our homegirls right there. Duffy watched me grow up playing ball. And when your bloodline is deep, we just don't want to start talking about. I told Wendell, your granddaddy played baseball for my granddad, and that's what Larry Bowie Sr. He was a beast. I mean, good. Ain't that right, Wendell?
Without a doubt. Let me ask Jameer a question. All right, so this year you have a different role coming into this season as opposed to last season. How do you feel like your role has increased as a player?
I feel like, I feel like it has encouraged me to work more harder than usual, since we don't have, like last year we had Kalia, and since we lost her, it's like everybody got to step up to play the role for her.
Well, I just want to give you credit for when what was the other girl's name? Lauren. When Lauren got hurt last year and you stepped into the lineup, I thought you did an excellent job of being able to knock down threes and spreading the court, keep the court spread so that you're penetrating without having to worry about your defensive player helping out, because they knew if they helped out on you, that you was going to step up and knock down the three. So what was your mindset going into last year when your number was called to have to step in for Lauren?
At first, I really didn't know what to do because I usually don't play, I didn't play with them for real. But then I encourage myself every day, today is the day to get better every day. And I just start being more happy and I was just playing.
That's key. I mean, if you get better, you work on your craft, you can get better every day. And that what you just said then, that means a lot right there. I mean, any kid that actually trying to get to the next level or trying to get better in life, you got to work at it. You can't sit around and watch TV all day, watching that cell phone all day. You got to work at the craft, and you want to get better.
So both of these play on my travel team. So I just want to say, commend them on the unselfishness and the hard work that they both give during practices and especially during tournaments. And I can tell you from experience that both of these are the most unselfish players that we have on the team. That's good come from Coach over there. I'll tell you. He was telling me yesterday, what's that little Nicholas? Keziah Nicholas. She actually is. I think she thinks she's 6 foot tall. She stays under the goal, trying to get a rebound every time the ball hits the goal. She's tough. I don't know about you, but she's not though. Okay, I mean, I wonder who you know like that. The guy sitting beside us. That's right. I was like that too. That's just something that 5 foot nothing. 5. You couldn't tell me I was 5 foot nothing. Better come on with it. That's what it's all about. And you guys, like I said, I'm proud of you guys. You call your mom, tell Mr. Mason said that catfish is down here. Tell them don't call my phone, getting upset with me because the catfish is gone when she get here. Just let them know now. You need to move early. All right. Thank y'all for coming by.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Man, them some good kids, man. I enjoy talking with them, and I know for a fact Oxford girls basketball team is actually doing the job on and off the field.
Right.
Just to know that, just to see their personality and see how they interact.
I mean, not just the basketball team, Oxford girls program as a whole.
Right.
Accelerating and excelling at all schools. And that's one thing that I'm very proud of.
You're right. Well,
I've got you guys a gift.
well, you couldn't tell you something. You ain't did nothing but blessed us with something good, that buddy.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Two alumni. I mean,
right.
are you joking with me?
Listen, you go. I need you to come up here and talk with us.
I'd love to.
Come on here. All right, now, guys, you got me. Let him get that camera on Coach. Coach Van Meter. Everybody know that this is big here to have Coach Larry Davis and Connie Davis classic basketball classic. Let me tell you, we had both of them on last night, and both of them are sitting up here about to cry every time we say something about certain things. But you know what? This right here was put together by you, and you had everything of the trails of some of our kids that played here are coaching in some of these teams, and to give him back.
Yeah.
And they come in. This right here, when I call that guy right there and say, man, I need a play-by-play guy. We played the game, but somebody.
That's
He said, it's for Coach Davis and Miss Davis. Yeah, I'm on my way.
That's right.
You can't beat that.
Well, here's the thing. It's been a huge goal of mine, especially for guys like you guys who played here, is we're about giving back. And, I tell our players all the time, your son's one of them. Look, there's been so many people who have sweat and bled and fought way before you. And I think a lot of times we forget those people. The longer the time goes, the more you forget. And this is an opportunity to do that. And I know it's kind of getting out there a little bit. Our film room has become a room that is kind of a chance to give back to all the former players. If you finished your career at Oxford High School as a senior, your name's on the wall in the year that you graduated. And, I love this place and what it represents. And if you look up on the wall, you see state championship, right? And I love that. But I also said, you know what? There's nothing for some of these former guys who did
Paved the way.
And I said, and I got with Coach D, and I kind of gave him a couple ideas, and obviously he was for it. But I said, let's figure out a way so that we can honor these guys who were here before us, who played for you, who played before you. The Eric Stringers, those type of people, man. The John Lyons, those type of people who paved the way for Jordan Kelly and Jalen Alexander. And it's been a huge just blessing and joy, because we're getting phone calls of people who aren't here anymore, like a lady who lived in Texas, a lady who lives in Florida. Their father played here, and somehow they saw it on the wall and it made their day. And, that's why we do it. I mean, let's be honest. Every one of us here to serve.
Well, I'll tell you this, honestly. I'm a Hall of Famer all over the world, but that wall down there, my name's on that wall. His name on that wall. And that means a lot to us. I'm telling you right now, from the heart, that means a lot.
Well, I'll tell you some neat things, for example, and both of you two are involved in this. You have the Kelly family. I mean, Ronnie, Wendell, Aaron, who am I missing? Tony. You got 4 guys, and guess what? We got another one coming. Yeah. Jordan's gonna finish next year, and his name's gonna be. So you got 5 people from the same family on that wall. Yeah. You got Terry Mason, Gary Mason. You've got J.W. Stevens, Jay Stevens, Jackson Stevens. So to me, that doesn't happen everywhere.
No.
And when you have whole families that are involved at the same school, you better honor them, because they've done a lot for that school. And it was a joy to be able to do that. And, it just puts a smile on my face every time somebody talks about it. So it meant a lot too. When we put this together, I've always wanted to have a classic, but it takes a lot of time and effort and work. And then I said, all right, so we're going to do a classic. So a classic's got to have a name. It's got to have something that brings people in. And it didn't take very long. Like, what else would you name a basketball classic at Oxford High School? The man's name's on the floor. The man's name's on a big old banner, Hall of Fame. The wife's name's up on the wall, and what they've meant for 40 plus years to this program.
That's right. Man, we had both of them up here, and Coach got up here and tried to tell me and Wendell, he know that she's our favorite, and we always treat her nicer than we treat him. And she always giving us Mississippi mud pies, and basically, he right.
That's right.
That's right. He right. We weren't gonna tell him he was telling the field, but he was telling the truth.
That's right.
Mama Davis took care of us.
That's right.
And we gonna always tell that story of coming through this program here. She always had her hands on the boys that would say, hey, if I need some help, I need to give you a ride home or something like that. She was there.
Yeah. And think about it. Her whole life here in Oxford and his whole life here in Oxford been devoted to this school, this community. And you guys are perfect examples of that. What a strong community and strong leadership and great coaches, what they can build. They can build unbelievable things, and they're just a perfect example of that.
Well, let me say this right here. I could talk all day. They gave me a job to talk. But he said something to me. Just been some years back, when you first came. And me and him, we have conversations at least twice a week. Mm-hmm. And what he said was, I can really go home. I can really go retire.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm leaving something in a man's hand that I love, and I know he's the right person. When I told that story to Coach Miss Davidson, Coach Davis said you was the right person for this job. And that meant a lot to former players, anybody that's coming in. That right there, and you coach my son.
Yeah, that's right.
And I know for a fact he got the right man.
Well, that's a total compliment. Coming from those people, and I feel like God put me here for a reason. God put our family here for a reason. I'm just like you two. My son started the 7th grade, and he's on the basketball team. So I'm going to get an opportunity to coach him. Yeah. My daughter's 8 years old, and she wants to play basketball. And God willing, I can coach her in some form or fashion, not necessarily in high school, in some way. I know you've had a great success and huge with our girls basketball program and helping those young ladies become the players that they are. And look at them, they played in the state championship game last year. So just having the ability to be in a community where you have an opportunity to give back, and I think it's your job to take advantage of it. But for those two to say that is the utmost compliment.
That's it. And one thing about it now, that they tear up. Dave tear up a little bit more than Miss Davis. Don't hold that. We didn't never see it. We didn't see it when he was coaching us.
Not a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
What you talking about? See it?
If you ask my players, they'll tell you that I do. Yeah. They're my I'll be honest with you, my players and my family are my soft spot. When I start talking about them, I just will, because I coach really hard. Coach Davidson coached really hard. Yeah. But I think when you coach really hard, that is you telling them how much you care about them. And you have such a high standard for them, and you want them to reach that standard. And when you put that much into it, there's got to be some emotion somewhere. You know what I mean? Gotta be.
He got it. And I told him, we mentioned this the other day, and I was like, you actually prepared us for life, through basketball. Some of the things that he taught us, but I'm really upset with him about one thing I forgot to tell him yesterday. He didn't put tennis into us like he shouldn't. Now, they make good money playing tennis.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we did have here when he was here. We had tennis. He was over tennis.
Yeah.
Okay, now look, they got a bowling team, they got a fishing team now. They got everything.
They got everything.
And I said, man, if they'll let me come back to school, I just want to go and be on the fishing team.
Yeah, no question.
But he wasn't, Coach Davidson, he gave me a tennis racket in high school. This is probably why he didn't think I was going to be serious. He gave us, the tennis course was right down here at the bottom of the wheel. I got the tennis racket, and I hit the tennis ball clean out. I thought I hit like a baseball. Pay off. The Mason, that ain't what it's supposed to do. I need to go back to the baseball.
That's right.
Let's talk about your team. You got a very young team this year. What are your outlooks, and so far, how do you feel like it's going so far for your team?
Well, I feel like we're growing every day, and our whole goal this year, but it's every year, is just try to get a little better every day. If you can do that, then you're gonna have success. I think there's a lot of inexperience. So like you get in that game last night, and you guys know, huge competitors. It gets to like that 2 or 3 minutes left in the game, and you find a way to win a game, right? You find a way to win it, whether it's a loose ball here or a free throw here or an and one. Yeah, those little things. So I think we're in that segment of we're trying to figure out how to win that game. We're putting ourselves in great position. We're playing great competition. And what I told them last night is, guys, here's the thing, right? We're not getting any older, and we're not getting any younger. We are who we are, right? So what happens is at some point, you decide you're going to win the game, and you go make those plays.
You gotta will it.
That's right. You got to will it to win. And I'm very pleased with where we're at. Like I said, I think we're getting better and better. There's a lot of things we got to continue to get better at. But I think we've learned a lot based on the schedule that we played to this point of what we can and can't do, what we need to be good at. And I think our guys are buying into it. And they want to win. It's just, you got to go make that play. You got to go make that play. And once it happens, and once that thing clicks, then you're gonna have a lot of success. So I'm excited for what we have in store for the rest of the year. I think they're gonna continue to grow as young men, and that's the other thing I'll tell you. Unbelievable young people, man. I'm talking about unbelievable young people, because when you go through rough times, if you don't have great people around you, man, it can go south real quick. Right. And we don't have one questionable person in that locker room, not one.
That's good right there. I was looking at the 8. Well, Wendell brought it to my attention. I think you got one senior.
Yep.
So I know for the future it's going to be right, because you playing games like that, you playing teams like this, within the next year or two, that talent level is going to keep getting better and better. And I'm like, man, that's a bright future. And just like you said, that bug of get in your locker room where I want to go play ball somewhere else, and it's not because we win, we lose. That's not how it's not about that.
Yeah.
It's about you gelling with who you got right there, teammates, and then y'all build. You got to build it.
Well, anything that's worth having costs something.
Right.
It costs something. You don't be a great player by just waking up in the morning and becoming a great player. So you don't become a great team by just waking up and becoming a great team. You got to earn it. And I think our guys are understanding that, hey, we got to earn this thing. And they practice hard, they work hard, they do all the things you're supposed to do. But none of us know when that thing's gonna click. None of us know. Right. At some point it's gonna click, and then boom, we're gonna take off. I know it's gonna happen. But until it does happen, we gotta keep fighting.
How you say chop the tree down?
Oh, you gotta keep chopping.
You gotta keep chopping.
That's right.
Chop it down in one hit.
You can't knock a tree down with one strike.
No doubt. No doubt.
And the thing is, like me and Gary talked about last night, everybody wants to be great until it's time to put that work in to be great.
Amen.
But just like you just said, I can testament that all the guys that you got are really willing to work.
Yes.
Because even when they come over to the house and playing on the court that we got over to the house, all of them are over there working and pushing each other to get better.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if we didn't have that, I probably wouldn't be so optimistic. I wouldn't have a smile on my face. But I know we have that. So there's a lot of comfort in knowing that, hey, we got guys that are going to work. Look, you name me one player or one team who put the work in and didn't have success. I don't know. You know, now what's the level of success? I don't know, but they had some success, no doubt.
I'm not gonna be able to find that person that didn't put that work in.
Oh, you have to.
It's not gonna just be given to you.
That's right. That's right.
If you don't have a challenge that you're trying to accomplish, or a goal that you're trying to accomplish in sports, then you're gonna get stuck on the wayside.
And doesn't it make it so much sweeter when you do have that success that it was a challenge?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like playing a tough schedule, right?
Right.
You can trick yourself, win 25 games, and never challenge your team. Or you can, and at the end of the day, does it mean anything? Or you can challenge yourself and go through some ups and downs, and at the end of the day, man, we accomplished something, you know? That's what it's all about. And that's what life's about. You said it before, you know. Trust me, we all know life's gonna hit you in the face.
Oh yeah.
And if you ain't ready for it, you know, you can wilt. And when you wilt in life, nothing good happens.
I mean, that's another thing that I give you credit for is your coaching style set them up and had them prepared for life.
Right. Yeah. Right. You know, it's one of those deals, like a lot of how I was raised. You know, I'm not going to say I came from nothing, but I didn't come from a whole lot. My dad was a teacher. My mom was a bank teller. And we were in a small community in Kentucky. And, you know, there's a lot of things that I wish I was able to do. I wanted to play at Kentucky. I mean, let's be honest. But I wasn't good enough. I didn't put in the work hard enough. But when I left home, I had a work ethic. When I left home, I knew that, you know what? If I don't put the work in, then it ain't coming. And, you know, I was able to learn that at a young age. And, you know, I think that's what these guys are learning. They're learning that, look, man, nothing in life's easy. Nothing.
Well, and I know I got you by some years because I got all this gray on me. But I don't want to just give you age. I don't want nobody really know mine either right now. But I know this. I can say this and be for sure that what I'm going to say that you've been through. You remember when you were coming up and playing on the playground, and on the playground out there, it was cement, concrete.
Yep.
They got playgrounds right now that's made out of little soft cotton and whatever. Look, it's like, I want to say like a box.
Yep.
So they don't change lifestyle for these kids. If you don't have a dinosaur like you and me and Coach Davidson and Wendell to say, hey man, that soft ground over there, that's not gonna get you ready for out here.
That's right. That's right.
You come over here and get you some scrapes and bumps out here in the street out here where we playing ball at, and you get up, lick your wounds, let's go back and work at it.
Yeah.
You know, and I watch you coach, and you don't hardly sit down.
Nope.
You might sit down every now and then, but you always coaching.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this Jacksonville team that you might get to face in the county tournament.
Talented, very talented. John Broom, obviously, he's going to South Alabama. Really talented young man. You know, he's one of those guys that they call him a 3-level guy. He's obviously got great range. Pretty good mid-range game, but he can really get to the rim in transition. And then the two twins, the Johnson twins, are really good basketball players. You know, they'll have several opportunities to play somewhere unless I'm way off, which I don't think I am. But I think I think they have a really good identity, like how they're going to play, and you know they're going to stick with how they're going to play, whether it's going good or bad, and they
don't change their blueprint.
No, and I'm going to tell you what sticks out to me is the length. Like, they have got great length, and a high school game length is huge. You know, all of a sudden you're trying to make passes, and guys are getting hands on balls that normally teams you play, they don't do that.
Right. And them live ball turnovers.
And they can make you pay real quick. So I know they played a tough schedule. They played on the road at Plainview like us. They played Spain Park on the road. They played their first game of the year was on the road over in Georgia, and anytime you go over there, you're going to play a good team. So they've done a good job of preparing themselves for what they want to do. I know they'll have a great shot at making a run to the Final Four and maybe a state championship again. I think Westminster Christian, I think those two are the favorites in the Northeast region, and they're headed right for a collision like they were last year. But I think they're a very good group, man. They're talented and they can do a lot of things.
I mean, a lot of people mention the fact that they lost Gabe Phillip in the middle. I mean, for me, it seems like even though they lost him, they still have the nucleus of the team, and they're even faster this year. They played fast last year, but they play even faster this year.
Yeah, I think, when you think about it, it just kind of changed their identity a little bit. Phillips was a shot blocker at the rim and maybe throw it to him inside a little bit. And he's a talented young man as well. Like the prep school that he goes to, the best man at my wedding's the head coach there. He's going to start for him, and they're a top 5 prep school in the country, and he's going to start. So it tells you his talent level.
Right.
But I'm like you. I think the style fits every one of these guys so much better. Like they're, like it's just like almost what they were built to do.
Right.
So I'll tell you this: you have live ball turnovers against them, it's going to be dunks on the rim. Highlights.
He said that earlier.
I mean, they make you pay.
Yeah.
So you got to really do a good job of taking care of the ball, and you got to find some way to change the tempo. Because if you let them play up and down, I mean, you can look at the score here.
Yes.
Like it's going to be a long night for you.
Right.
Well, I'm telling you, you were talking about John Brown. He probably didn't know this, but his dad was my college
Oh, really?
baseball coach. He was the assistant coach at Alabama State. That's him over there.
Yeah, I know him decently. Yeah.
Kilo Broom was my college baseball coach. And let me tell you something. He grew up playing Little League baseball down here in Anderson and played semi-pro ball for my granddad.
I would say I've heard he was a heck of a baseball player. Now, John was a heck of a baseball player,
That's right.
Yeah.
And when I found out he just was strictly basketball, his dad told me he ain't gonna play baseball, he gonna play basketball. I said, did you change plates? When they do that, you put him on a paper plate in the house. He can't eat on a real plate. I know the Broom family is a baseball family.
Yeah.
Besides Tammy. Tammy Broom, which is his auntie.
Yeah.
Oh, she was all American. She was tough.
Yeah.
So that bloodline is deep.
Oh, shoot. No doubt.
Good
His
kid.
mama, I worked with her at Jacksonville State. She was an academic advisor type before she went into that deal that she's in now. And I didn't see her, but they say Tracy was a heck of a player.
I was at Jack State while she was.
Were you? Okay,
Yeah.
so they say she was always great with our players, working with them academically, and I know she's done a great job in her position now. Just a very strong family, So I think he'll do really, really well at South Alabama because he's got the base,
Yes, he's got the foundation that it takes, and his sister is playing college volleyball.
Yes.
And she had a great high school career at Jacksonville, basketball and volleyball.
Oh, man.
I everybody actually thought she was going to go play basketball in college, but she chose the volleyball route.
Yep.
Well, I know this, and like you said, I think we said it a few minutes ago about South Alabama got a steal.
Oh, yeah. He's a good player.
They got one.
And in today's day and age of the transfer portal and all that, I think people, they miss out on how important it is to sign some good freshmen because, one and dones and transfer portals and all that, good teams at those levels, they win with older guys. Well, you get John Broom in there, and imagine what he looks like about midway through his sophomore year into his junior year. I mean, he's going to be about 205, much more athletic. His game's going to be tighter. You're talking about a guy that maybe one day could have a chance to be Sun Belt Player of the Year. I mean, I think he's that talented. So, yeah, South Alabama got a really good signing.
When you're talking about college basketball, I think we're to the point in college basketball as far as the maturity of the players. Most of the team in the big name schools, they got so many one and done players. And the reason that the Gonzagas and the Butlers are able to establish themselves as a great a program is because they have 4 and 5 year players. So these guys have stayed at the program and worked themselves and know each other and worked hard to be good and stay good for those 4 years. Whereas every year, those big schools are having to change their identity to fit the player that's coming in, the new player that's coming in, that's just going to be there 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
And I think you can see that in the NBA. You know, you have a lot of teams who are struggling in the NBA, and I think it's because of simple things about the game that they're not learning in college because they're so young. Right. You know, I always say this: keep your eye out for a mid-major who's older in the NCAA tournament, because, like, you know, those guys know how to play. I was an assistant at a junior college in Florida, Chipola Junior College, you know, one of the top probably 5 junior colleges in the country every year. And I remember my first year, we went and scrimmaged Faulkner University. They were coming off winning the national championship, and we went down there and scrimmaged them. Now, they've got all juniors and seniors, right? We have freshmen and sophomores. And when I say they laid the wood to us, I mean, they laid the wood to us. And that's when it clicked. Like, I was like, well, we got guys being recruited by Cincinnati and Louisiana Tech and all these guys. How in the world could they be? Well, they're older. Right. They're stronger. Right. They're more mature. Their bodies. You know? Yeah, their bodies are so much different. Yes. So that's huge to me. I mean, I think, obviously, if you are at those levels like Wendell was talking, you have to recruit those kids and sign them. Right. But at the end of the day, man, you're dealing with 18-year-old kids that, hey, they don't know quite as much. You're trying to figure out, okay, what can I teach them real quick so that we get into the season? And then you're supposed to win at places like Kentucky and Duke, and you're supposed to win with 18-year-olds who don't really know that much. And, you know, now all of a sudden we're just living off talent, you know? That's right.
I told, me and Wendell was talking about that earlier, when, like, he was saying like King James. I was like, you thought he's coming straight out of high school. LeBron James, straight out of high school. You know, I mean, he's not developed enough mindset. His talent level was good, but when you put him up against a Scottie Pippen or a Jordan, and you coming straight out of high school, that's no match. Even though he got that talent.
You can compete, but mentally and physically, you're not ready for it.
Well, he tried it. Which one? Garnett?
Yeah, Kevin Garnett.
Davidson, I saw an interview with him one time. He was saying that he was getting a chance to play against Jordan when he got a chance. His mind game was just way advanced on him. He just said Jordan would look at it.
Yeah.
And just wouldn't say anything.
That's right.
Cap said he was mild at it, but Jordan would look at it and turn around and shoot a 3 in his face so quick. He like, he didn't have to say it.
That's right. You know, it's, yeah, I mean, it just sees so many more things in life, you know? I told our guys last night, I said, you know, you have to get over the hump. I said my favorite player of all time, obviously, because I'm the age that I am, is Michael Jordan. I said, guys, Michael Jordan took a pounding for about 5 years trying to figure out how to get over the hump. Like a pounding. Now, he was giving it, but just trying to figure out. I said, he finally got past the first round, had 63 in the Garden against the Celtics and still lost. Then he hits the shot against the Cavs and gets to the next round. And then finally, like you said, he got to the Pistons. And the Pistons made him pay. Like, they just gonna bully him. Yeah, just beat him up. Yeah. And then he figured out he got so tired of losing. Like, he just mentally, he was not going to lose. And I said, think about it. When he beat him, he swept him. He swept him 4-0. 4-0. And guess what he did right after that? He won 6 NBA titles. And I said, what happened to Michael Jordan? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we're the Bulls and we're Michael Jordan or anything, but it's the same thing. At some point, you get tired of losing, and your mentality is, I will not lose. And that's, you know, that's what you're talking about, that age. You know, you get to a certain age, and look, man, you can will a lot of things, you know, and that's what happens.
Yeah, and to your point, Jordan went into those seasons. He got beat up, just like you said. different. Where he changed is he got in that weight room, got stronger physically and mentally to prepare to lead his team to where it wanted to be. And not only did he do it, he brought his teammates in there with him to get bigger and stronger to be able to take the beating that they were going to take against the Pistons.
And that tells you the type of leader he was.
Right.
And that tells you also how much juice he had. I was going to say, he had juice with his teammates.
Right. He was competitive. They told me Jordan would be in the locker room. If they keep playing cards, he want to win playing cards.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what they do. He said he want to win.
I might have to get up from here. I gotta go find my daughter real quick.
You don't need to do that.
I'm not
Coach.
sure where she slipped off to. Hey, listen, if you guys need anything, you let me know. It's an honor to have you guys here. Trust me, former players. And I'll say this on air: we want as many former players to come back to our games. We want you guys to see the wall. We want you guys to take pictures in front of it because it's there for you all. And we want you guys to understand how much we appreciate everything that you've done for this program and this school, and that we're lifting you guys up with that stuff.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
We appreciate it very much.
We appreciate it, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Coach Van Meter, you can't beat a good class act. And I'll tell you that right now. Top of the line, and I think Octa has done a great job in putting him in a spotlight he's in with a program he keep a good program. And I don't even want to talk win and loss record. I want to talk personality and what he's building with kids when they come out of here.
Most definitely. I mean, it's one thing to be a good coach, X and O's coaches, but it's another thing to be able to develop great young men as you do.
That man, I went out there and got a barbecue plate. I'm out ready to go there and ask them to have a bite.
It looks like Jacksonville is going to strike the 100-point mark tonight.
You think?
Oh, they still got 5 minutes.
They're running the clock.
Who running? Oh, it's non-stop.
I told you that, boy. I told you.
Got on the highlight screen.
That dude right there went off in the rim last time. For BB Cole. It's not the same coach for Jacksonville.
No, they changed coaches.
Right.
He was actually the girls' coach last year.
Yeah?
And they promoted him to the boys' coach this year. But as you can see, he still got the train running, got the train still on the track.
Sometimes you don't need to do that to the train, just let it roll.
Right. Sometimes coach just needs to stay out the way.
I've seen that. I don't seen some get in the way though.
Oh, most definitely.
And letting us know now Chelsea will be playing Central Philly City next. Good strong kid though.
That was a good strong move, yes. Like we talked about the last 2 nights actually is in a game like this you disregard the score to a certain extent because of the fact that you're trying to get your team better for later on down the road. It's not about the true winning and losing of this game. It's about getting the competition that you're facing and being able to work on certain things as a team.
And so Jacksonville have different five in there, and they actually getting some playing time, and that's how you work on seeing what you have. Because down the road, you're gonna need the day to substitute in.
You definitely got to get these guys ready. That's come off your bench to put them in live situation. It's one thing to practice, but it's a whole different thing as far as being in a game. The game speed, the intensity of the game, and the talent level of the game is different once you get in the game. But I mean, saying that, that's different when you're talking about Jacksonville, because Jacksonville, naturally, their starting five is probably might be the best starting five in the state of Alabama.
You notice when Coach Van said that Jacksonville has been traveling around playing some teams out of the area, and that's how you get better.
You can't get better by playing teams at the same level as you are. If you want to grow, you have to play the big dog.
I don't know what happened then.
You might not get to 100 because that clock's still running.
I told you. I told you. But that kid went in, and like he was going up to try to slam that ball there, but it looked like he hit the front of the rim. He didn't make it to the rim.
That's what my auntie used to say. Your eyes are bigger than your belly.
Man, he been at the free throw line for 2 minutes. Whole 2 minutes. I'm trying to figure out that clock just a running too. Okay. That was nice, Coach Mammy, to come up here and give us the Oxford hat right here, man.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I'm gonna definitely put it to you.
You know it. If you was coaching Jacksonville, you sit there looking at the squad he having at now. You satisfied with the hustle?
Oh, they've got to be extremely pleased with the effort and the desire that Jacksonville came out with today, this evening. They were really focused, and they really had a mission, and they was able to get to accomplish the mission that they set out.
You know what? And I just noticed that Groom mom is actually keeping the book on.
They're keeping the book. Yes.
The kid hit that last second shot. Half court. That would be for 6 points.
Yeah, they need to give him 6 points for that one. And they'll still lose by 4.
95, they almost got that 100 you were talking about. That's the end of the ball game. Jacksonville beat BB Coleman 95-59. Jacksonville squad really looked good.
Very impressive squad. It's not been a fall off from last year's team. Even with the loss of Caleb Phillips, just like Coach said, he was a rim protector, big man that they can go to on the inside. But this team is so athletic, fast, long, and got everything.